Very quickly, in any of your school experiences leading up through Columbia, were you active in student politics, student government, have any of those kind of leadership positions?
Yes, certainly. Uh, at Columbia, I ran for student council. So the first real protest that I led, I had actually put on, like every student council person, I'd put on my best Oxford, my best pair of pants, and walked over with a delegation of students to convince the university senate they should not abolish full need financial aid nor need blind admissions. We found ourselves locked out, and we ended up taking 50 students and turning it into 800, pulling students out of classrooms and climbing through a second-story window. Prior to that, it had all been Key Club and Junior Statesman and Model UN and all the things that kids who sort of yearn to be in the establishment do to prepare themselves.
What about non-school activities like Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts?
I was in the Boy Scouts for a very short period of time. I had a scoutmaster in California who was from Alabama, and I was the only black kid in the Boy Scouts group, and it felt like that was an issue. But I also, frankly, had a father who was from Maine and who took me on adventures in the outdoors and rock climbing, bouldering and hiking trips, and that were way more exciting than anything that local Boy Scout chapter was doing.
It's surprising to me to have sat here and heard so many people sit where you sit and say that the Boy Scouts were a tremendous influence on their lives.
Boy Scouts are huge. I mean,
Yeah.
I look at my father-in-law, for instance. His father. There's three things are said about his father. One is that he desegregated the town of Donora, Pennsylvania's restaurants by himself with a pistol. It's a whole other, as the head of the Negro Social and Political Club. The other is he was a steel worker with a sixth grade education. And the third was that he was scoutmaster to a whole group of Boy Scouts who went on to get PhDs, to become judges, like my father-in-law was a dean at the University of Pittsburgh for 30 years, really sort of be pioneers in their fields. The Boy Scouts is a great institution, but unfortunately it comes down to the scoutmaster.
Yeah, I would think so.